In this video, you'll learn how to calculate the density of a three-dimensional object. Let's start by reviewing the formula for density. Density is equal to the mass over the volume, where mass measures how much of something there is, how much matter it takes up. And it's kind of like the weight, but it's usually measured in grams. And the volume can be measured in usually cubic centimeters or cubic meters, or if it's a liquid, it can be milliliters or liters. So for example, the density of air is about 1.2 kilograms per cubic meter. The density of helium, which is what fills balloons, is a lot less, 0.164 kilograms per cubic meter. That's why balloons float. The density of helium is less than that of air. So anything that has a lower density will rise to the top above things with higher densities. And the density of water is greater than that of air. This is 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. That's a lot greater than that of air. Have you ever tried pushing a full balloon under the water? It's hard, right? It's because of that density. The density of helium is so much less than that of water. So let's practice calculating densities and seeing if they're going to float. Let's say you have two pieces of material. One is a cube, and the dimensions are 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. And let's say you have another object that's flat, and its dimensions are 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 1 centimeter. Let's say that both have a mass of 120 grams. Do you think they'll float? Which one's more likely to float, the flat one or the cube? Do you think both will float, or do you think both will sink? Well, we have to calculate the density and then compare it to the density of water. First, let's calculate the volume of each. The volume of this big board is 10 times 10 times 1, which is 100 centimeters cubed. And the volume of this cube is 5 times 5 times 5 centimeters cubed, which is 125. So now we can calculate the density. The density of this board is 120 grams divided by 100 cubic centimeters. And we can simplify that to 1.2 grams per cubic centimeter. And the density of this cube is 120 grams over 125 cubic centimeters, which is 0.96 grams per cubic centimeter. Now the density of water, we can simplify this. 1,000 kilograms is 1,000 times 1,000 grams, because there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. And then 1 cubic meter, since 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters times 100 centimeters is 1 million cubic centimeters. So now we have these in the same units. So let's simplify this density of water. We have 3 zeros there and 3 there, so we'll take away 6 zeros on the denominator, and you get that the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So you see that this wide board is going to sink because the density is greater. And you see that this cube is going to float because the density is less. Great job!